What it do? What it do? What it do? What's going on, YouTube? It's been a minute, huh? We back at it. We back at it. I know, but we back at it. I promise you. What y'all got going on? What up, YouTube? Where y'all at? Y'all ready? We get ready to get started now. I'm loading up Facebook. Okay. What's happening? It's been a minute, I know. Damn, Sel, what you been doing? Man, I've been getting it in, man. I've been getting it in, man. It's a new year. A lot of stuff happening in my life, so got a few things going on. So, what up with it, man? Today's topic, you guys see it. It was a question asked, and I thought it was a real interesting question. And I think I did a show on this before. What it do, Rider Fit? What it do, L Dub? And it was a real interesting question asked about, Sale, how does the MC care about M1 licenses? Do the MC community, do clubs, MC clubs, do they care that a member or a person trying to join or a person trying to ride with you have an M1 license? And I thought about it and I was like, wow, that's very interesting. A lot of us always assume, what to do, Lynette? A lot of us always assume that everybody around you is about handling business, okay? We always assume that everybody around us is grown like I'm grown like you grown. We always assume that everybody around us is responsible motorcycle riders, responsible motorcycle owners, responsible in their life and their finances and in all their decisions, etc. We always assume that. We always just take for granted that he got his motorcycle, he got a pass, you know. But have you ever really thought about, you know, does a person have the M1s and how this may affect you? What up, Mr. Porter? How this may affect you if they don't have their M1s. Now, you're saying, for those who don't know, what are M1s? What up, Mr. Eason? What are M1s? M1s are what they call motorcycle license, motorcycle endorsement that is added to your license. Okay? That's what an M1 is, which means that you have been certified to be an operator of a motorcycle, meaning that you've passed the test. That what up with a jig? It means that you can handle a motorcycle efficiently and effectively, and that you know the basic laws, rules, and regulations of motorcycling. Mr. Gillian, what's going on? That's what having an M1 does. Now, don't quote me on this because I'm not sure. Can you buy a motorcycle without an M1 license? I believe so. I don't think they even check to see if you have a motorcycle license in order to buy a motorcycle. Some of y'all probably can answer that because y'all probably know. Um, Also, do the insurance company require you to have a motorcycle endorsement or a motorcycle license in order to be insured? Again, that's something else I don't know. I wish I had another phone. I would call my insurance agent and ask, is that a must that a person has an M1 endorsement in order to be fully insured? Mr. Rowe, what up with it, Rowe? What up, Brian? What up? I said Dub already. My man says, yes, you can buy a motorcycle without an endorsement. My man Dub says, you have to have a motorcycle license to test drive one, but you don't have to have a motorcycle license to buy one. My man Jig says he had his license since he was 16. I've had my M1 license now for a while as well. But I mean, what do y'all really think? Do you think that everybody you ride with should have an M1 license? So let's talk about the pros and the cons of having an M1 license, okay? First off, let's see, can anybody answer, do you have to have an M1 license? Let me see if I can use my tablet to call my insurance agent. Because I really want to know. I should have did my homework, y'all, before I got on this live. But I'm gonna see if I can do it. Let me see if I can come up with something. Uh, let me see if I can come up with something. Stace. Let me see, y'all. I'm trying to come up with something. I'm gonna text her right now. Can a person be hold on, y'all, be insured for a motorcycle license, or motorcycle insurance, I'm sorry, insurance without a license, or a without a M1 M, and maybe somebody may answer this before I get my response back too. M1 M1 endorsement. Interesting, huh? Let me see what y'all say. Yes, I didn't have for 12 years until I got a ticket. Okay. My man, and that was from Boogie Bell. Project says in Cali, some insurance require you to have M1s. My insurance agent didn't ask for an endorsement. They just added the bike to the policy. Other than that, you really don't need an M1 to insure your bike. You don't have to have an M endorsement to get insurance, but you get a discount for having it. Okay. If you take the CHP class, you get a discount. Okay. But can you take the class without an endorsement? So, Rob Porter, I bought and had full coverage without M endorsement. Okay, there it is there. No endorsement needed, just the bank. What up, Warren? My man Jeezy. Geico will insure you so many months, and if you do not get it, they will not renew it. Okay. I bought and had without an M, you basically don't have license. I mean, we know that. We understand that. And besides just getting a ticket, L Dub said he's a claim adjuster. So Dub, let me ask you this. In that case, if you guys insure somebody without having a motorcycle license and they go out and get in a wreck on a motorcycle, do you guys have to honor that insurance? Or can you drop that person because they never had proper license to drive a motorcycle on a highway or a street or whatever? Okay. And again, Google says you don't need a license. Okay. The class is for you getting your M1s. I'm a claim. Okay. Interesting. And I appreciate you guys for chiming in. And this is interesting. I'm still waiting on my insurance agent to hit me back. But just think about it. So let's just go over this. Okay. Would you rather have people around you that have an M1 endorsement on their motorcycle, or really does it matter, or does it matter not? Okay. Does having an M1 endorsement on your motorcycle make you a better rider? Does having an M1 endorsement, I mean, what benefits do you have? Do you get besides a break in your insurance? Let's see. It says L Dub, my man, who's an insurance adjuster. He says he's an insurance adjuster. L Dub says, yes, if the police is in force, now if they lied on the application and said they had one, they can deny the coverage because you lied. Okay. Yes, if the policy, I think he meant to say policy, is in force. Okay. I figure he meant to say that. That's a lie. That's a lie. They have covered. Okay. So they have. I didn't have an M1 and some stole my bike. I got 38K, no questions asked. Okay. So, I mean, is that important? They say you buy a bike with no M1, you can insure a bike without an M1 as the responsible owner, but you can't separate it Hold on. This is a good one. Thank you, Juan, for this one. Juan mostly. But you can't operate it and be covered. Okay, so he says no, but my man over here says yes. To me, it's like having life insurance. You need it. It shows responsibility. And listen, on some real shit. What up, New York? On some real shit. Let me just say this too now. You got to be careful because even with life insurance, when they ask you your hobbies, your sports, and different things like that to give you proper life insurance, if you mention you ride a motorcycle, I'm not sure if they're gonna ask you if you have a license or not. But if you die on a motorcycle, the life and we all know the bullshit that's going on in today's time, man. The life insurance company can actually not have to pay out the life insurance policy. I guess if they want to trip out and say, hey, he was not supposed to be doing that because he wasn't covered. I don't know. Again, but I think you guys are coming up with some very interesting answers, and I think it's definitely something that is something to talk about. What do you guys think about? You should have an M1 endorsement in order to join a motorcycle club. What about that? Laugh out loud. Cats are afraid of taking the DMV riding test, but all outside, burning rubber and all that stuff. What up, Manny? Who was that? Charles Perkins? Listen, man. Charles, you ain't gonna start no shit on my page today with the bullshit about the sideways activity. And I'ma just say this, because Charles, I want y'all to know Charles started this shit. Mr. Charles Perkins started this shit. How about Mr. Perkins not be worried about if they got M1s, but make sure that the motorcycle is adequate, that the motorcycle got all the bolts and screws, that the motorcycle is put together well enough. Because I done seen some motherfuckers do some sideways shit that you really should have just been holding on for dear life on that raggedy motherfucker. But that's another story for another day. Charles, leave me alone, please, sir, and thank you. Quentin Turk, what it do, Steve? What up, Triple B? Um, Again, it's if it's found you don't have an M1 on a claim, they can deny the claim. People lie all the time and find out the hard way. The hard way, they bike not getting fixed by insurance. What up, Nudie? Oh, we got a celebrity on there today. My boy Nudie out of Dallas, Texas. One of the great men that I know. Yep, life insurance policies insured. You can do yeah, this is from the real New York. What up, New York? Yep, they life insurance company sure can't do that if they don't know you ride. I'm telling you, they asked me that when I got my life insurance policy. They was like, okay, what are your hobbies? I ride motorcycles, and I didn't want to, They say, well, are you qualified to ride? Do you have a license and everything? I said yes. So they saw my endorsement and blah 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 blah. But so I'm just telling you, in today's time, I know for a fact Lieutenant Dan on here, another major celebrity. Uh, especially when it comes to a piece of shit, he's at the top of the list. Lieutenant Dan. Shout out to the Lieutenant Dan and his top of the line, being at the top of the piece of shit list. But I'm telling you, all the games that are being played today, with people not wanting to pay out claims and people not wanting to honor these contracts, etc. I can only imagine. Whatever game can be played if a person doesn't have an N1 endorsement. Okay. Again, we getting all these different. And again, I thank you guys for chiming in. This shit is great. So I'm always looking at my brother's bike. I'm good, Dan. I'm good, sucker. Like he said. Go to class. New and going people, I tell them to get to class. Old bikers, you on your own. Yes, you should. I thought I knew everything until I took my class. I'm gonna tell you this now. People ask me, when people ask me, Sale, man, teach me how to ride. I tell everybody this. Go take the class. To me, the worst thing you can do is let somebody teach you how to ride a motorcycle, because what they're going to teach you is their comfortable bad habits. We all, once we're riding, we all have comfortable bad habits. We all have corners that we cut because we feel like We've been doing this the whole 9 yards. So when you teach another person how to ride, you're going to teach them your comfortable bad habits. Okay? And they're going to start off all the way fucked up instead of learning how to be fucked up on their own. You understand me? So, what up, Buster Guns? I see you, baby. What up, Drew? Who was that? Garland, what up with it? Mr. Harrison? I see people all the time with the fucked up bad habits. Booby Bell, Mr. Switch says, that's what he said, the class will save your life, period. That's my man, Real New York. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. What up, Dre Day? We see you. But, so here's the question. If joining a motorcycle club is about being responsible and being, totally grown, responsible the whole 9 yards, well then shouldn't being a part of the MC that you're joining, should your M1 endorsements be mandatory? Should you have to have M1 endorsements in order to join a motorcycle club? And it's an interesting concept, and I want you to think about that, okay? It's already bad enough that when you join a motorcycle club and you have to take a group ride, that you have to depend on everybody that's riding in this group to be able to ride with you. Because the first mistake everybody try to do is I'm riding in the back. I'm gonna be in the back. I'm gonna be behind everybody. I'm gonna bring up the rear. I'm gonna make sure don't nobody get left behind. Now, a lot of people do that. A lot of people do that for the sake of, because they really can't ride. They're nervous and they're scared to ride. So they lie and say, I'm gonna just hang out in the back, man, and pick up the stragglers. But let me tell you something. Riding in formation is one of the hardest and scariest things to do, especially when you don't have the skills or you haven't practiced it enough to be able to do it. Mr. Moon, how you doing? King Nino, how you doing? A lot of you guys allow members to join your clubs and you don't even know if they've been properly trained to ride a motorcycle. You don't even know if they took the class to learn how to ride a motorcycle. You don't even know if they have motorcycle endorsements or not. And again, to you, that may not be important. Okay? But to me, as your club brother, I would like to know that everybody around me has been properly trained and has been certified in riding motorcycles. It's one thing to join the club and be my brother, but it's another thing to join the club and you don't know how to ride a motorcycle. And I'm not saying that passing the class or taking the class makes you a badass motorcycle rider. But at least I know that you had the discipline, because see, that's what this shit is all about. Having the discipline to learn the rules and regulations of motorcycling. That shows me as a man that you're responsible. That shows me as my club brother that you're responsible enough that, hey man, I'm gonna do the best I can to be the most efficient motorcycle rider that I can be. You feel what I'm saying? As far as it goes, because again, I know you depend on me just like I have to depend on you. Mr. New York said, it is important because if we have, for an example, a hazard in the road or a deer jump out, I need to know you know what to do. Okay? Let me tell you something. It doesn't take much to get an M1 endorsement. It really doesn't. And it's one of them things, I would rather you have it than not have it. I'm not gonna ask you for it if you riding with me. I'm gonna say, hey, everybody got their license, everybody straight. Okay, because again now, riding skills and riding levels come different to each person, and they all come based on your skills and your qualifications. It's getting a little chilly. I got the windows open. Based on your skills and your qualification. So you have to know that there is a plus to me and an upside. And she just texted me back. Let me see what this is my insurance agent right here, y'all. So hold on. What's an M1 endorsement? I haven't heard of that before. Damn, Stace. A motorcycle license. She said, what is that? So they must don't even qualify. Mr. Emo, let me see. How does one, my man Mr. Emo, one of the greats, how does one get in without riding with club first and them not knowing if that person can ride? Come on, Emo. Don't make me do that. Emo. Come on now. Emo. Emo. Don't make me do that. Nigga, you listen. Listen. Y'all blame this on Emo. Y'all blame this on Emo. Emo. We and you both know you got motherfuckers that join clubs without even having a motorcycle, let alone a motherfucking motorcycle license. You got motherfuckers in meetings voting on what the motorcycle riders can do and can't do without having a motherfucking motorcycle. They don't even have a. You got motherfuckers without a motorcycle causing havoc and wreaking havoc in the motherfucking clubhouse when they need to be sitting down, shutting up, and being quiet because you don't even have a motorcycle. Emo, I love you and I'm done. Fuck what you going through. You know what I'm talking about? Getting me, I'm talking about all riled up early. It's too early for that shit, Emo. Terry Cancer says, everything ain't mandatory if he or she joins the club. Is there a responsibility to learn how the club rides? Some club rides. Okay. All right. So, and I guess we're tired of hearing the word mandatory. That might be an issue too. The word mandatory. You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this, etc. She just takes me back. I don't believe so because we haven't heard of it, but I will look more into it. Okay. So you will insure a motorcycle. Okay, hold on. Damn it, I'll keep messing up. So you will insure a motorcycle without knowing if a person has a license to ride it or not. Okay. All right. HD Rose says, some clubs don't give a shit. They truly about numbers anyway, anyhow. Look, man, y'all trying to take, I'm focus. Bingo responsibility, my man, the real New York says, Mr. Switch, we ride our hang-arounds and prospects to death, then we know. And as you should. There should be a time that, you know, you ride with a person coming into your club, ride them in a group ride them in a safety ride type of thing. That's the job of the road captain. The road captain has a responsibility too to make sure that you can. Now, hey, Mr. Road Captain. Hey, Mr. Road Captain. Is it your job to make sure every member of your MC has an endorsement, an insurance, and proper registration? Also, is it your job, Mr. Road Captain, to make sure everybody in your club's motorcycle is up to par, meaning the tires are not bald, the belt is not stripped, the lights, the turn signals work, the brake lights work. Is it your job, Mr. Road Captain? Another story for another day. Ronell Black, what do you do, homeboy? Good morning to you. I just spoke on you today, too. I want to tell you that. If they are not riding their girlfriends, who is that trying to, hey, you know what? Who is that? Quentin, Mr. Harris, leave me alone. Mr. Harris, leave me alone. Stop it, Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris, leave me alone, Mr. Harris. Leave me alone, Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris. Y'all, Mr. Harris is messing with me. Tell Mr. Harris to leave me alone. Mr. Harris, leave me alone, Mr. Harris. What's going on with you? Okay. Leave me alone. All insurance companies want is a VIN. All insurance companies want is a VIN number. That's it. Okay. Mr. Woods, I see you. Ronell Black. What up, dude? What it do? Duke D. Wayne. I'm sorry. So, interesting question, man. Should you have your M1 endorsements in order to join a motorcycle club, or should you have your M1 endorsements in order to even own and operate a motorcycle? And again, I think it's an issue of responsibility. Just because you have an M1, which M1 means motorcycle license, just because you have a M or a motorcycle license doesn't mean you automatically know how to ride, or you know how to ride better than me or better than a person without one. I just think it just shows the responsibility of the man or the woman that you took the time out to study, to learn the science, to learn about motorcycling, to learn about motorcycle etiquette and the whole 9 yards. And I'm gonna tell anybody, the class, hands down, is the shit. You will learn something in that class. Because again, allowing your homeboy or your homegirl to teach you how to ride a motorcycle, they're teaching you their comfortable habits. We all have comfortable habits, unsafe, comfortable habits. We all have it that you do when we're riding. We get used to riding, we get comfortable with riding, and we start doing stuff that may not be all the way as safe as the terminology, or as so per se taught by the motorcycle class. My man Clarence Moon says it takes time on the slab together for you to truly trust that person next to you. That trust and bond is forged on the road. Then and only then will you trust who you ride next to. But sometimes, Mr. Moon, in a club formation, you don't get to ride next to the same person all the time. So I gotta trust that everybody in my club knows how to ride and knows how to group ride. Okay. One of the biggest mistakes I see in a group ride is if you're not the first two people if you're not the first in the first part of the line, or not, if you're not the one that's leading the pack, then you have no business trying to put on cruise control. Only the leader of the pack can put on cruise control. If you two bikes behind the leader, you can't put on cruise control. Only the leader of the pack can put on cruise control in a formation. That's fact. My man Vernon Bolo says getting the endorsement means you have met the minimum requirements to safely ride a motorcycle. Once you have endorsements, the learning begins. I totally agree. There it is there. But appreciate you, Bolo. My man Vernon, appreciate you. And again, road captain. They got road captain and safety officers. I've never heard of a safety officer, but hey, this is 2025 MCN. What up, Harley Pro? What up, Mr. King? Harley Pro. Yolanda. What up, Torin? Sega. What up, Sneak? Good afternoon to you as well. What up, Nichelle Knight? Victor King. Black Fox. What's good, big dog? I've been in 1%er for 14 years. Things not the same. I'm going to say this and enjoy your show. Thank you very much for the last 5 years. These new bikers are sassy divas, even in my club. Say, man, I love you and appreciate for staying tuned in, man. And again, I appreciate. Listen, I love the interaction. There's no question that's a bad question. There's no thought when it comes to this that's a bad thought. So I love the interaction amongst all of you guys, and I'm trying to get you guys all of your comments read online. Say it again for the people in the back. Only the leaders, road captains in the front leading pack can use cruise control. Anybody that's in the motorcycle club, if you ever rode in the pack, you cannot use only the person or persons leading the pack can operate on cruise control. Everybody else, you're going to have to hold that throttle. You're going to have to learn how to upshift, downshift, brake when it's time to brake, the whole 9 yards. Riding in the pack is one of the most serious, scariest, and hardest things to do. Because, let me just say this, 9 times out of 10, if a pack go down, it's going to be somebody else in the back of the pack. Somebody not paying attention. Somebody on the phone trying to sex with their girl. Somebody that's so excited about riding somewhere they done went Facebook Live to show the whole world, look, I really do ride my motorcycle. I'm out here. Ah! And then the brake lights then came on, and oh shit, and he slammed that brake, and there he go. Woo, 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 woo. Now he's spinning out, he twisting and turning. Shit done got all bad. He done slammed into the center of the divider, came back across the road, took out 2-3 more club brothers, and now we have a motherfucking travesty because you was trying to show the world that you do actually own and operate and ride a motorcycle. Ta-da. Riding in a group or riding in a pack is one of the hardest and most serious things that you will ever do. if you're riding especially if you ride with a group that's telling you to keep it a tight pack on top of that. My man Reginald England, what up, dude? Said Uncut, what up with it? Angela Exquisite Lee, what it do? Yes, it is. Suicide is the scariest. We ain't going to talk about suicide. But anyway, so the topic for the day was, right, sir, but you'd be surprised who all don't know how about crew. Oh, okay, yeah. Everyone should ride their ability. Taking the class will provide knowledge and information to most new riders and can help with a discount from some insurance company. So again, I'm gonna say this, and coming with all the answers today, I'm gonna say it's almost necessary for you to have an M1 endorsement if you don't do nothing but get the motorcycle discount on your insurance. So we do know that you don't have to have a M1 endorsement in order to ride a motorcycle. But we do know that you can't get that discount without having that endorsement on your license. So hey, that sounds like a benefit to me. But not knowing their position in the pack, they just had a pack of 13 go down in Sacramento on Sunday. Oh wow! Prayers for the 13 that went down Sunday in Sacramento. My prayers for them. Hope everybody is safe and hope everybody recovers well and still enjoy the love of motorcycling, because that's what it's all about. You got to be focused at all times. Yeah. So, hey, again, I just thought it was an interesting question, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate your time today. Just think about it. If you don't have an M1, why don't you go get one? What are you scared of? What are you worried about? You worried about them people gonna tell you can't ride or you don't know what you're doing? You worried about failing the class? Huh? You worried about being exposed for not knowing how to ride your motorcycle? What are you worried about? You worried about not being able to pass the written test? What about the eyesight test? What are you worried about? Listen, man, I'm going to say this when I conclude this thing. Yes, I think it should be mandatory. This is just me. Matter of fact, let's take a survey. All in favor of, before you join a motorcycle, you should have your motorcycle endorsement on your license. Say aye. Put an I across the screen. Say yes or say no. If you don't think that it should be mandatory that before you join a motorcycle club, because see, in order to join a motorcycle club, you're saying, hey, I am a responsible and grown adult, and I am choosing to add this to my repertoire. All in favor of having to, before you can join a motorcycle club, having your M1 endorsements or your motorcycle endorsements, say yes. I got one eye over here. I got another eye over there. Paulette says yes. Manny Smith says yes. Donald, I see his yes. I. Derek Thurgood is water. Angela Moses. I'm sorry. Anquor Moses. Lieutenant Dan, we don't even give a we don't even give a fuck if you got handlebars on your motorcycle. Yeah, we don't even give a fuck. We hope you got a motherfucking 10-speed bicycle seat pole on your motorcycle, sir. So your vote don't even count, even if you wanted to count. Mr. Emo, thumbs up. So that's a yes. What is something for you guys to talk about in your club, man? The Real New York says yes. They worried about falling figure. Oh man. Nino, yes, with at least 3. That's a good one, Nino. Should you have to have experience of riding before you join a motorcycle club? Good shit, Nino. I'm gonna have to do a show on that. How much experience should you have before you consider joining a motorcycle club? We all know that a lot of y'all went out and bought a motorcycle, you know what I'm saying, just to get some pussy. And we all know a lot of y'all bought the CBOs because you want to make sure that you get some pussy. That's for the men. Ladies, we all know that you guys went out and bought a motorcycle so that you can pick which dick you can fuck. Ladies, we all know that you guys go out and get the CBO so that you got plenty of dicks to choose from that you can fuck. Ta-da! I said it. I'm just saying. I just said it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And we know some of them passed, some of y'all done paid y'all way through the motorcycle class. You feel me? We understand that. Listen, man, if you had to buy your way through, as long as you made an effort to understand that you got to be responsible, I'll take that. You understand me? So, uh, again, man, I got a lot. I didn't get nobody else that disagreed with not having a motherfucking motorcycle license in order to motorcycle. Uh, but I got everybody saying, "Hey, uh, what'd you say?" Reginald English said, "Level, I bought a CVOs for comfortability, but once I got it, then I realized I could have got a normal bike and built it up." Yeah, because you realize that CVO don't get you a better piece of pussy. It get you the same pussy the regular bike got. You probably would have had to put it extended bags, but you still would have got the same piece of pussy that the CVO got you. But hey, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. You understand me? Angela exquisitely left. Paulette, you got. Oh, okay. So Paulette, you get to pick and choose what dick you want to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Let me stop that. Y'all, listen, man. Y'all taking me from the. You know what I'm saying? And if you coming from a rocket, you need to ride a Harley for at least a year. Ain't no knee dragging on a. Nino, we don't ride onesies on a Harley. We don't ride the leather onesies on a Harley. You know what I'm saying? We don't ride the leather onesies on a Harley now. Because on them crotch rockets, y'all wear the leather onesies, man. Y'all look like a grown baby being tucked in a water bed. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got the leather onesie on, because the water bed or whatever. But hey, that's the style. That's what you do. You feel me? You don't give a fuck that it's 132 degrees outside. You're gonna have that leather onesies on with that big ass neck pad on the back. So when you going 100 miles an hour, your neck ain't bobbing and all that. Slow down, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? All you gotta do is slow down and take your time and get there. But hey, I'm not knocking your leather onesies. That's what you do. That's what you do. That's how y'all get down for the most. Safety first. The leather onesie represents safety first. It's just that simple. But anyway, that's my time. M1 endorsements, motorcycle license. Should you have one in order to join an MC? Before you can join an MC, should you have to have at least a motorcycle license? Hey. It's your boy Big Cell, FHOHNIC. I love y'all. Thank you guys for chiming in. Thank you guys for the comments. Thank you guys for the love. Continue safety on your journeys. Let's ride 2025. We're going to ride till the wheels fall off, man. Got a couple events coming up. I got Down the Pound, LA Mother Chapter going down in April. I'll be at that bitch on the ground. I'm there, baby, for sure. Locked and loaded. Don't forget, coming up soon next month, we got the Iron Elite in Jacksonville, Florida, hosted by my man Chris Houston, aka Sarge, out there in Jacksonville, Florida. You don't want to miss that. Shout out to the Titan Award winners, Sharif Sadiq, I believe it's pronounced. If I mispronounced it, Sharif, my bad. And Piper. Piper. I'm just gonna say Piper. That's all I can remember right now off the top of my head. But shout out to them. They will be receiving the Titan Award this year. They were the winners of the Titan Award, so I can't wait to see their faces when they get their awards, etc., etc., etc. So those are my first two coming up events next month, February, the Titan Award, and then I'm definitely locked in for Down to Pound Mother Chapter Annual, Los Angeles, California. Stay tuned for the flyer. I'll be promoting it. I'll be pushing it. It's definitely going to be an anniversary that you don't want to miss. All right? To all my CVO buyers, I hope the pussy was worth it. I hope that you got a chance. You spent $50,000+ and you got a chance to get some prime motherfucking pussy. Huh? And to all my still riding 2001 and 2002 motorcycles, you feel me? And again, no disrespect, if it's still running, it's still running. I'm sorry, Reginald English said, I got a question. Can you get recognition if you're not in any club? Whoever you are is who you are. You don't have to be in a club to get, what you mean by recognition, to be acknowledged, to be liked, to be known, to be, listen, If you want recognition, if you want to be that motherfucker, ride your motorcycle. Period. Show up, show out, have a good time. Take the mean mug off your face and put a smile on that motherfucker. Stop waiting for everybody to greet you. Get off your motorcycle and introduce yourself and greet us. We ain't gonna always greet the new nigga. That ain't what we do. We ain't gonna always greet the new female. You might pull up with a little ass on your little mama, and we go, oh, okay, that's cool. But that don't mean we gonna meet you, or we gonna give a fuck about you. But if you get off your motorcycle and you park that motherfucker, put the kickstand down, woo woo, get off and say, hey man, what's going on, man? My name is Reggie, man. I'm just starting riding, man. I heard about the event. It's cool. Say, hey man, what's going on, Reggie? This is so and so. You might get to meet a few people. But a lot of y'all make the mistake, and you're so mean mugged out. You're so big and bad, and you might, like what your boy Cat Williams say, nigga, you angry at breakfast, nigga? How you angry and you just got off your motorcycle? Huh? When you get on your motorcycle, that's supposed to make you happy. You're supposed to be smiling. You're supposed to be joyful. You're supposed to be cheering. You're doing what 95% of the world can't do, which is ride a motorcycle. So anyway, hope that answered your question, sir. Love you guys. Love, peace, and hair grease. It's your boy, Big Cell, FHOHNIC, the captain of the ship, a bad motorcycle riding motherfucker, well liked by a few, hated by many. And at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. It's your boy. Peace.